52, 56 and 60 kilogram class. Now, the weights are going up, the tension's getting high, and we have an international coming out.
The Egyptian comes out now to try and take the lead in this competition. Hamuda Metwali, out of Cairo, African champion for the last 6 years, has lifted successfully in competition 100 kilos, has 95 on the bar, and Michael missed that. Now, would this be nerves? I mean, he's 36 years of age. He's obviously had plenty of experience.
Yes, he's a very experienced international competition. I'm very surprised that he missed the opening one. He must get this.
Of course, the travel, too, would knock them about. It's a long way to Australia, and if you're not used to that particular flight, it can knock you about. Let's see how he goes now. Up it goes. This time he looks better and holds it up at 95 and takes the lead in the 52-kilogram class with a great lift. 95, and that's the winner you're looking at now, or the leader in this competition. Now let's have a look at this again. 95, he came to the bar with a lot more confidence. Beautiful drive off the legs, and look at the arms. Lovely position on the bar. Strain written all over the face. Tommy Mcintyre comes out for his final attempt in the snatch. He's been successful with 90, put down 95. And now attempting, Michael, to break this New Zealand record.
Yes, the current New Zealand record of Tommy's is 92.5, 2.5 kilo over it. He's very anxious to get it today.
Okay, so let's get behind him. The people here in the auditorium at the Hawthorne Recreational Centre have seen a lot of records broken in this particular hall, and we could see a new New Zealand record set with this lift at 95 kilograms. Tommy Mcintyre out of New Zealand. Up it goes now, and that's a better lift, and that's a new New Zealand championship and a great lift. Oh, Tommy Mcintyre, well done. Sky at 95 after putting it down early, and a new New Zealand record set here this afternoon.
Yes, New Zealand is looking forward to a development from Tommy for the 1990 Olympic Games in Auckland in New Zealand.
Greg Heyman, the busy little lifter. Look at the look on his face. Holds the hands out right as he comes out now with 98 on the bar. Very purposeful the way he prepares himself. Mentally going through the lift now. 52 kilogram class. A magnificent athlete, this little man. We've followed him around Australia. We've followed him into international competition, and he's never let us down. A fighter all the way. And Michael, a very deliberate preparation.
Yes, Greg likes taking a lot of time with the bar. Really gets himself very agitated here.
Psyching up now, hates the bar as he looks at it. Says, I want to lift 98. Little roll there, balancing it. This will be a big lift.
Do it.
This will be a big lift.
Come on.
Yelling at himself, screaming at himself is Heyman. And up it goes, 98, get him back! The drive off the leg, he's done it! A great lift from Heyman, 98 kilograms, and that's a beauty! And up he goes, the little man, and he goes up with him! Great stuff here at Hawthorne. Look at this, you talk about explosive power as he got it there, and he was in trouble there. Out came the roar, the determination, and Sky's 98. Fantastic lifting from Greg Heyman, and up he goes. Simon Grace, certainly not disgraced as he comes out, the 18-year-old, the national junior champion, has lifted 100 kilos in competition. But has been having a little trouble here this afternoon, or maybe just nerves.
Yes, I think it is. It is Simon's first international after all. This will put him ahead of the New Zealander Mcintyre. And I think that he's capable of doing it.
97.5 on the bar, and he's looking to get ahead of the Kiwi, Tommy Mcintyre, who has been successful with 95. This is the 60 kilogram class. 18-year-old now, and he's having one of the biggest moments of his life in front of a big crowd here at Hawthorne International competition. And up it goes. A lot of strain. Can he? Oh, look at the drive! Oh, look at the way he got that up from nowhere! Came back from the dead Simon Grace to take the lead from the Kiwi at 97.5. What a great lift! Oh, boy, he was gone and came back. Look at this, he came back, now he was gone. The legs were gone, he started the sag and the big drive. And boy, oh boy, does that take some ticker. Chinese Taipei, the 36-year-old Hung San Wei. the national champion in the 60 kilogram class. Came out with a nervous start at 1:07.5, then stayed on the floor to successfully lift that, and is now going for 1:12.5, which would certainly give him the lead in this competition.
Yes, he's already in the lead by 2.5 kilo. Give him a 7.5 kilo lead over David Lowenstein.
Okay, has gone through the lift in his mind. He's quite content that the poise is right. 112.5 on the bar. The biggest weight we've seen lifted this afternoon so far. There it goes, and he'll do it. Oh, yes. Kui from Chinese Taipei. That's a great lift. That's the best lift this afternoon at 112.5. And boy, is he back in business. And does it easy, too. Let's recap the competition after the snatch in the 52 kilogram class. Greg Heyman from New South Wales leads. And then in the 56 kilogram class, we have Chu Yang Chan from Taipei, China. He is successful with 100. That was a very good lift. And the other boy from China, Taipei, we have Hung San Q, and he's leading the 60 kilogram class. That's all after the snatch, and they'll, of course, head in now for the clean and jerk.
It's lucky we have that master of linguistics, Darrell. Like,
just 18 years of age. 125 is his personal best. He's the national junior champion, so it's a big start. Michael, 120, yes, only 5 under his personal best.
It is. I think Simon settled down now. He was a bit nervous at the start. So I'll be trying to get a good lift in here.
Simon Grace, 18 years of age, out of Victoria. The national junior champion, so he's already done some wonderful things in the sport, but can he go a little further in international competition? Really, he screams and yells as he racks the weight down to the shoulders. Gets set. Right it with him. The people at Hawthorne are going with him now. There's the spin. It's a great. He's lost the balance. Can he get it? He holds it. Oh, that is a super lift. He came back from nowhere. He was gone. He was struggling all over the platform and held it up. Boy, oh boy, that was sensational. Simon Grace, a lot of class, this kid. Look at this now, Michael. He's got it up to there. He's racked it onto the shoulders in lots of trouble. There's the drive off the legs now. Take us through the wobble as he got it into the air.
Well, set it for the jerk here. Getting his forces ready. Big push in the wrong position. He fights enormously hard to hold the bar. Great fighting lift there.
The rosin box now is Tommy Mcintyre from New Zealand. He's looking for another New Zealand record. He established one in the snatch with a lift of 95. He now has 120 on the bar. His personal best, 117.5. So not only is it a record for New Zealand, it'll be a record for Tommy Mcintyre. Clean and jerk, and that's the 60 kilogram class. Rocks off the heels and racks it to the shoulders. Remember, this is a personal best and maybe a New Zealand record. He looks good, looks solid. Yes, holds it up. Well, he's had a big afternoon, the Kiwi. He's had a record in the snatch, and now he's had a record in the clean and jerk. You can't do much better than that. Can he come back and re-break it is the question.
It's another good lift here. Good stretch. Very wide feet, but good, strong recovery. And then a big jerk. New Zealand record in the clean and jerk here for Tommy Mcintyre.
Well, the man we're looking at now has been a sensation this afternoon. Greg Heyman, look at the eyes. He's fired up. Heyman comes out the centre stage now. He has been sensational this afternoon, leading the 52 kilogram class. He was successful with 98 in the snatch and is ready to start his account.
Yes, Greg's a very aggressive lifter. The more aggressive you get, the better he is.
Okay, roaring now, snarling, Heyman. Fired up today, Greg Heyman. Out of New South Wales from the coal city of Newcastle, so the Novocastrians will be pretty proud of him this afternoon as he watch Heyman now get ready to sky it, and there it goes. Look at the strain, the pain on the face, but holds it. And Heyman is really in business here this afternoon. He has been electrifying. Struts, goes off the stage with plenty of pride. He's accomplished some good things here today.
Yes, it's a strong lift here to begin the clean and jerk, immediately putting him in the lead in the 52 kilo category. Good clean and now a good jerk to follow.
David Lowenstein now coming out for his attempt in the clean and jerk at 140 on the bar. He lifted 135. His personal best is 150. And this 21-year-old is a very, very accomplished lifter. A lot of support, particularly in Victoria for this guy. And look at that. Takes it beautifully to the shoulders now. This is Lowenstein with 140 on the bar. He'll hold it. He'll hold it. Lowenstein with 140. And that's a beauty. That's a good one. And he says, thank you. Take that one. I've lifted 135. I've got 140. And he's still going to lift the cup.
Yes, it's a good lift here. David had a long layoff after the Commonwealth Games last year. He's obviously coming back into the top shape. Very close to his personal best. Strong clean. And now a strong jerk overhead. He's obviously very pleased with it too.
Greg Heyman inside the warm-up room. He'll be coming out at well, he's all set to come out again now. This could be a new national total record if Heyman is successful. He's gone back, the smelling salts are there, and there it is as he walks out the door. And this crowd will get right behind him this time. This little man has been something else today. I've seen him lift before. I've seen him really come from behind to win competitions. Now, can he come from behind this time? 127.5 on the bar. Will be a new national total record if he can sky it.
You want it, don't you?
Listen to him. Can you want it, he says. I want it. He can taste it. He can feel it.
Come on, cool.
Talking to himself.
Come on, finish.
Heyman now, 127.5 to the shoulders. There's the drive. Now everybody gets behind him. If he can jerk this, it's a new national total record. It's up there. He's got it. Greg Heyman has done it. Oh, a great lift. 127.5. And this little man has won everybody here today. That has been a super performance, let me tell you. Greg Heyman smashing records here at Hawthorne with a Moomba Festival. A beauty. Oh, look at him going back in the warm-up room. And this guy has won everybody with his character, his courage and his strength this afternoon. Greg Heyman out of New South Wales, a Commonwealth gold medalist, has blown them all to the weeds today with just some power lifting.
That's a good lift. Very hard, clean, well under the bar. Hunched a little bit, makes it hard to get up. Covering. Now a strong jerk overhead. He knows he must get this weight to get that total record. He's a great fighter.
Chu Young Chan now coming up for a fourth attempt to try and break that Chinese Taipei record that stands now at 136.5. He's attempting 137. Now he's failed with it twice, but went so very close. The coaches weren't all that happy with his performance. So he's asked for a fourth attempt to try and break this record. And there's that pumping action now, I said. It's an unusual action. He sort of works himself up. It's the body tense, the muscles working now, the mind's in gear. Up it goes to the shoulders now. Chan looking for a new record. He's going to get it. He's got it, I think. We'll wait for it. Yes! He's broken his national record. And boy, oh boy, is he happy. Let's watch the coaches because they were dirty on him. See what they do here as they come out and beat him. Chu Young Chan has broken the national record for Chinese Taipei at 137. Good lift. Well, a wonderful start to today's competition in the 52-kilogram class. The winner was Greg Heyman of New South Wales. He totaled out with 225 kilograms, but the clean and jerk with 127.5, a brilliant performance. The 56-kilogram class, the winner, again in the clean and jerk with 127.5 kilograms. Chu Young Chan from Chinese Taipei with a total of 227.5 for his total. The 60-kilogram class, the winner, David Lowenstein. Sensational here this afternoon, the young Victorian. He's totaled with 245 kilograms. The clean and jerk, 140 for a new record. So it's been a great start to the day. It can only get better. The US of A, 25 years of age, personal best in the snatch at 132.5, 125 on the bar. This American team that are here in Australia at the moment have a big reputation. Olympic lifters, plenty of experience. And they're going to test the Aussies right to the limit. Plenty of chalk on the hands as he sets his feet. Finding the right spot, spreads the hands, makes sure the grip's perfect. Pretty deliberate in the way he's setting himself up. And there it goes. Oh, nice as he wanders forward. He's coming back. Well, I've never seen that before. He's lifted the weight, he's gone to the judges, and he's come back. What about that from the Yank? Well, plenty of showmanship going on here at Hawthorne this afternoon. Watch it again with us. Up went the weight at 125. Now, he took the drive, then he took the walk. He still had the weight in the air. There was a bit of panic in the front row as everybody started to scatter. And he said, no, I'm okay, I'll put it in reverse. I'll just back it up again. Still held it up. Well, that's a sensational start to the American. It's all happening here. Come on, come on. Tony Damchez from Victoria now going after to equal his personal best at 140. So he's trying to make up ground in this competition. Only 19 years of age. Put his first one down at 135, came back and lifted that and has now bumped it up to 140. So this will equal the best ever lift of a snatch for Tony Damchez. And there it goes. Can he hold? He does! Damchez holds 140 to equal his personal best. And boy, oh boy, are they happy about that one here at Hawthorne. Oh, look at Paul Coffer as he takes him back in the warm-up room. A great lift from Damchez. Threw it up over the head at 140. That equaled his personal best, and that puts him right back into this competition. Mark Blair. Well, this guy has been pretty tough this afternoon. 67.5 kilogram class, 155.5 on the bar. 155 his best ever. So this could be a new national junior record if he can get it going. He does. The crowd's roaring behind him now. Go with Mark Blair from Victoria. Up it goes. Yes! Mark Blair is going to hold it. Will he get the lights? He does! Mark Blair with 155.5 for a new national junior record. And he's come out of the clouds, this kid. Put it down before and fought his way back.
Well, once again, he cleans the weight very easily. Takes a couple seconds here to take the jerk, holds it up straight over arm's length, takes his time on the recovery and waits for the down signal.
Well, Ricky Crump, the South Australian, I really like to watch this fellow in action because in the Adelaide Australian Championships late last year, this fellow really captured the crowd's imagination. He went after it, 160 on the bar. His best ever is 167.5, so he's under that. But this guy really does impress with the way that he fights. He's aggressive, he's tough, and he loves the competition. He loves to come from behind, Ricky Crump. And there it goes, and a lot of strain as he gets everything to work. The knees are pumping, the legs are working, and here's the split coming up. The pain, the strain's on the face. He holds it there, and he'll get it 160. That's the second time he's had to hold. He's still holding it up. For God's sake, how long has he got to hold it up? Rick Crump, will he get it? Oh, what a lift! What a lift from Ricky Crump. He held it there for an eternity. And look at him looking at the judges. He said, for God's sake, how long have I got to hold it? Well, this, I told you he's a fighter, and now he's got a bit to say.
Is there an electronic problem? All right. Anyway, it was a good lift. So, yes. Could we try the buzzer again, gentlemen?
Well, there's a conversation going on here that I'm not quite sure. Ricky Crump is saying, have I got it or not?
Yes, it was good lift. Don't worry about it.
Yes, he's got it. Ricky Crump has got it, but he had to ask the judges, did he get it? And the crowd respond. The second time they've made him hold that bar a long, long time. Now, why did he have to hold it that long, Bobby? Tell us.
Well, I don't see any reason, really. Looked to me like he had the bar plenty well under control. Should have had the down signal seconds before he did.
Now, look, he's still holding it. He's still waiting to get the message from the judges. And look how long. Look at his face. He's saying how much longer.
Well, there he's got it under control. He's still holding it up.
Well, this is the man that's impressed me, and I say man. He's only 16, but he impresses me. He might be a baby, but gee, he's been tough this afternoon. 165 he's got on the bar. Now, the best ever he's ever done in the clean and jerk is 156.5. He's the national youth champion. He's after a new record. He's already had a big afternoon. Now watch him go through the lift with him. 16 years of age, and I tell you, he's as tough as teak. Gets it to the shoulders and does it. So, look, I mean, it's doing it easy. Easy for me to say that. He holds it, he'll do it. Yes, 16 years of age, and he's just shattered every record in the book. He takes them out. He's great, this kid. I'm telling you, we're going to see a lot more of this fellow. Wow, 16 years of age, and he's put 165 in the air, and he's done it with class, style, and ease. Oh, boy, I'm impressed with him. Watch this, see it again now. The kid gets it to there. Look, there's no trouble. The knees lock in. He gets it to the shoulders. He balances himself. He's so mature for 16 years of age. Look at the spin of the legs. He holds it above his head and has shattered the record.
You tell him, Dazza. I hope you've enjoyed this afternoon's weightlifting. And Big Dazza, the voice of weightlifting, the larynx of the lift, will be back with the really big boys. The
shorts to wear. Well, here at the Moomba International, a sensational tournament. This is the second day of competition, and Gary Parisi from New South Wales shattered the great Robert Cabas's Commonwealth record earlier.
201.5. Gary Parisi, clean and jerk. 90 kilogram. Be a new record, new Commonwealth record we're looking at here. Okay, now racks it to the shoulders, and look at the drive off the legs now with Parisi. Balances the weight on the shoulders, up it goes, he'll hold it, and Robert Cabas's record's just been broken. That's a new Commonwealth Games record from Gary Parisi of New South Wales, and another record falls here at Moomba with some magnificent lifting.
What a lift. The 9-year-old record broken today. Robert Cabas, one of the great personalities of this sport. Not sad to see it go. He told me just a few moments ago records are set to be broken. And we'll see some more records this afternoon when the heavyweights come out and the super heavyweights. Gibbo, this competition has been a ripper.
Good on you, Dan.
On Recreational Centre for Moomba. By gee, what a weekend we've had here. Stephen Kettner, a young 17-year-old, Mike, that we've heard so much about, came out and just smashed Dean Lucan's record that was set in 1980 with the most sensational lift you've ever seen. We'd like you to have a look at that, because it was not only just such a great lift, it was the way he did it. And this Stephen Kettner was, he's something else. But anyway, we'll come back to the competition live, and you can join us now. These are the super heavyweights. And we've got Nick Shimino out of Victoria, just 19 years of age. Big, bold, plenty tough, and he's doing okay too. This is his second lift at 175 on the bar. Lifted 170 in his first attempt. Okay, here we go. Big drive off the legs, but can't do it, Shimino, so the weights are getting bigger. Stephen Kettner came out of the office after being completely annihilated by Paul Coffer, and this lift was sensational.
So load the bar to 177.5 kilos of these loaders. There'll be 2 lifters.
This is Kettner out on the floor now, pacing around. This record was set by Dean Lucan in 1980. Now, this fellow is only 17. He lives in Hampton in Victoria, and this lift was just unbelievable. Paul Coffer, his little manager, dressed him down after he dropped it down, but this man is a giant. Hunches over the bar, huge weight, and there it goes. He skied it over his head. The big roar came out, and Dean Lucan's record was absolutely shattered. And look at him, he's an animal, this fella. Look at Coffer. And that's what happened just a few moments ago here at Hawthorne. We're back live now with Loan Chin Ming with 177.5 on the bar from Chinese Taipei. Came out with a good start to this competition in the clean and jerk. And this is a big weight for him. 190 is his best weight ever. So 177.5 for a second attempt is still pretty big. Sets himself now. Built close to the ground, big legs, lifting in the 110 class. Just outside of the super heavyweights, hunched over. Big crowd in attendance at this Moomba International. We've seen records broken over the last 2 days by the score. And here he goes, cleans it down to the shoulders with a little effort, doing okay, the little man from Chinese Taipei, and holds it up well too, waiting for the lights, and he gets them, puts them down and says, thank you, I'm back at this competition and looking pretty good. Michael Noonan, the former super heavyweight champion of Australia, good lift.
It's an excellent lift, very explosive. Had virtually no time for warm-up, but came out well with this.
Several lifters on display. The first would be Kaplan, Lions,
Stephen Kettner, the 17-year-old that we've been raving about, came back out just minutes later after that sensational lift we saw earlier and went after the national total record. Now, he'd already broken Dean Lucan's record that was set in 1980. He came back out snarling, this kid. And everybody in the business is saying this guy will do anything that Lucan has done, and he'll do it years beforehand. I know that you've been very, very impressed with him, Michael.
Yes, he's got the potential to be the top lifter in the world in a few years' time.
And he's a local boy, 17 years of age. Now, this is how he did it. Organised himself here. He just got over the bar, total concentration. His second record for the afternoon. Expected to do it and did it with a lot of struggle as he got it to the shoulders and he racked the weights. You can see them bouncing there. Up they went. And there it was, a great lift and a new record for Stephen Kettner, just 17 years of age. Todd Lions from the USA, back live now at Hawthorne from Texas, 21 years of age. The USA junior champion of 1986. 187.5, his best ever. He's got 180 on the bar. Good complement of Americans in this tournament. They've lifted particularly well. Taking plenty of time, and there, look at the strain on the faces. He's got the weight sitting on his shoulders. Gets it up on the shoulders now, the American. Waiting for the split, waiting for the hole. Will we get the lights? He's a bit wonky. Waiting, waiting, waiting. Yes! Oh, an American comes back, and we are seeing some great weightlifting here this afternoon. The big men are flexing their muscles, and this tournament has been a sensation.
It's a good lift here, pulling it high, almost lost balance, but fought back, struggling to recover, but really pushing through, getting all the energy left for this jerk. Right on his limit, but he fights it out for a success.
Todd Lions, now we're back in the warm-up room as one of the Kosadekis brothers comes out. This version is George, and they've had their own private war here during the stats. They both lifted the same weight, but because Peter was a little lighter, he took the point. So first attempt, 180 kilograms on the bar. Stomps in the rosin, make sure the boots have got plenty of grip. 23 years of age out of Victoria. Victorian champion. Like a big prowling tiger, this man. Knows his brothers, watching every move he's making. Comes up to the bar now, 180. You're looking at the clean and jerk. 110 kilogram class. The super heavyweights yet to come. George Kosadekis now. His best ever is 197.5, below that, and he's doing this pretty easy, so that's obviously that he could have gone a bit harder, maybe. Easy for me to say that sitting here. There it goes, a nice split, nice action, and Big Georgie holds it high, waits for the lights, and gets him. So the pressure's on his brother now to come out and match it. Oh, what a duel, Michael. This has been a great family fight.
Yes, it has. That puts George in the lead. Peter's only done 175. George doing this 180 very strongly. Peter, no doubt, will take the same in a minute. Comes George setting. Big push and holding it there well.
So there's the action from here, Mike Gibson. It's been a big couple of days, and we've got more to come. But back to you, and we'll be back a little later. 10 kilogram class comes out of Chicago, and this is a big lift too. He was voted the most useful lifter in America in 1986. So And this is a Moomba record too.
Yes, it's half a kilo over the current Moomba record.
158. Some big weights coming up now. This is his second attempt. Good strong bill about this American. Up it goes. Yes, he's going to set the Moomba record. Does it? Yes. From Chicago, Rich Schutz with 158. And the American walks tall here in the Moomba Festival.
Yes, a good pull. Stretch it up well. Room for more, I think.
American compatriot.
Right, Rich Schutz coming out in the 110 class now. This fellow has been really impressive. As we've told you, he was voted the most valuable, most powerful, the best lifter in the US of A for 1986. And by gee, after watching him here today, you can see why. 160 on the bar now. He's been impressive, Michael.
Yes, he has. It's about 10 kilo more than he'd ever done before.
Amazing. 10 kilos up on his best. So, huge lift. Rich Schutz from America. This is a big lift. 10 over his best ever. So he's feeling confident. The American now throwing up. What's going on? Comes a roar. The American's going to hold it. 10 best over his best ever. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. The big men are thrown around today. Oh, flexing their muscles and looking good. The American way ahead of the lot this time.
Good stretch, fighting and holding it.
Stephen Kettner comes out. He's after 2 records, the clean and jerk and the total. He's already set the total. He wants to re-break that. 182.5 on the bar for Kettner. 180.5, his best ever. So 2 records in this lift he can break, re-breaking the total and maybe setting the clean and jerk. Boy, oh boy, what an afternoon this fella's had. Gets ready now. As I've said already, he set a total record. He did break the 1980 record set by Dean Lucan, and now he's after another one. The clean and jerk record at 182.5. Kettner just rocking away on the heels. He gets it to the shoulders, and it's a big fight. They get it up. The legs have done it. Now, all he's got to do is jerk it. He's forced it to the shoulders with a lot of effort. Up it goes. He holds the spin. He's done it. He has done it. He's got another 2 records so far. He's done it. Look at this kid. He is a sensation. An absolute sensation as he goes back to Paul Copper. I don't believe this kid. He has come out and rewritten the record book today. Back in the warm-up room, and he can't believe it.
A very good lift here. Pulls it up. Nearly loses at this point. You see the balance go. He fights it back into the right position. Struggling up. He's determined to get this weight. Wants that clean and jerk record as well as a snatch and total. And there it goes.
Out comes Joe Kaplan. Now, this is an amazing situation, Michael. Just tune us in here because it just shows you how this sport can change.
Well, Joe Kaplan was 10 kilo down in about 5th place after the snatches. And clean and jerk's first attempt moved himself up to 3rd. And this one he can move up to at least 2nd place.
Okay, Joe Kaplan started off the day with the snatch that wasn't the way that he would have liked it, but he's come back in the clean and jerk. Plenty of tape on the wrists, plenty of support. There it goes now, and look at those legs working there, huge, and they just pump and they pump. Gets it there to the shoulders now. Up it goes over the head, and Big Joe has come back with a great lift. A superb lift from Joe Kaplan. Fought back from this competition from the dead, let me tell you.
Yes, a tremendous lift there from Joe. His usual easy clean. recovers from a little loss of balance, and that unusual push jerk over the head. No split of the legs, just pushing with the legs. And that's at least a silver medal for Joe.
Charlie Gosselin now comes out at 195. Now, where's this put us, Michael? Fill me in here.
Well, with the demise of Rick Eaton on the clean and jerk with 190, Charlie's already won the super heavyweight class, but this will push his total up a bit further, trying to show that he could have won in any case.
Okay, so Charlie's got the gold. Can he get 195? 200, his best ever. Big Charlie, king of the super heavyweights here at the Moomba International this weekend. There it goes, lets it out, drives off those huge legs, Charlie, and the crowd love him, giving him all the support they can. Up it goes, he hold it, yes, Charlie Gosselin, the king of the Moomba International tournament here this weekend, goes off, but he just walks off and says, look out, move over, I'm the man.
Yes, a good clean, good stretch, easy recovery for Charlie. Now sets up for the jerk, and he'll push that up strongly over his head and recover for the referee signal.
Rick Schutz now out of the USA. He's been, I would think, the most convincing performer we've seen here today.
Yes, he's already far over his previous best, lifting superbly, right up to the form that made him the USA Lifter of the Year last year.
Well, 200 on the bar, big weight. 195's his best ever. And he's just looks so good, so polished, so fit. He's peaked right at the right time, Michael.
Yes, his father is his coach. His father was 1958 USA champion in this category. Very proud of his son.
Pretty tough family out of Chicago. Schutz now with 200 and gets it to the shoulders. Well, we're seeing some big weights. There it goes. He gets a little less. No, he'll hold it. Rick Schutz from the USA holds 200 above his head, and the crowd love this fella. Oh, he's polished, he's good, and he's right in form here at Moomba, all the way from the States to blow him away.
Yes, a good lift here, Rick. Easy clean. That unusual wide grip in the jerk. Couple of balance problems, but he recovers.